We're gonna replace this boot. It's a brand new axle, probably has like 10 miles, but with the accident I had, it ripped it, as you can see right there. So I got it in my vise. Let me see if I can lower this boot. So the grease it has right now, it's pretty clean, brand new grease. This is a factory axle, so OEM. I'm gonna face it this way. I'm gonna be adding some new grease, so even though this one's brand new grease, it's no good. The boots I got come with new grease, so take as much as I can. Because I want the, I haven't mounted my vise, but I want the axle to have a little overhang so we can just pop it off. So let's try this again. And we got it off. Now we just have to clean it up real good. This grease is really good, so I'm not too concerned on how good I clean it. And then we'll get the replacement boot on. Alright, so what I was doing was cleaning the shaft. You don't want any debris in this clip that's here that holds the axle in place, or I don't actually know the terms for them. CV axle, I don't know. But here's the old boot. This is original. I didn't go with the original boots. I ended up going with this brand called Race Driven. They had some pretty good reviews, and I got a pack to be able to fix 4. So here's a part number. It comes with some grease already. I'm gonna look up what's the best grease. If there's a better one, I'll probably change it, but I'll see. Not sure if I'll run the one that it comes with. And then you need a special tool that I already got from Amazon to be able to put these back on. There's 2 part numbers, CV537, CV503. The boot we need is the one that is closest to the wheel, right? Yeah, the one that is closest to the wheel, which that one would be called the outer, and the part number for the outer is CV503 from Race Driven. And the reason I can tell is because this is the CV537, this is CV503, and the diameter on these, there is no way this one's gonna fit. So this is the one that it's the same diameter of the one I removed. I don't know if you can see that. And this one would be just too big for it. I don't even know. The only way to find out if this is the inner would be if I remove the other one. But the other one is brand new. I don't want to take it off. And although these are a lot thicker than OEM, the quality on these feel like they would dry out really quick. And these are like a little bit more flexible and a lot thicker. So hopefully they're just as good, if not even better than the OEMs. But we'll give it a try. I got scared at first because you could see some cracking in there, but it's like some type of coat that it has. But let's get going. What I'm doing right now is just setting up. Haven't put anything in the boot. I'm just prepping it. You want to put your clamps in. About there. This would go here. This would come here, and then we clamp. All right, time to get dirty. I decided to just since the grease I already have is pretty good. I cleaned some of it off. I know the axle's new, even though it looks a little bit. The staining is from coolant. If you ever have a coolant leak, make sure you get it taken care of really quick, because it eats at most metals, and whatever paint or powder coating it has, it's gonna stain it. So it's that strong. So what I'm gonna do is open this CV grease that it came with, and I'm just gonna mix it with the one that's in here, fill this part up, and then we'll go ahead and attach. So we're gonna pack it in there. It's about the same color too. So I know it says use gloves. I don't have any gloves at the moment. So wear gloves. Safe practice. So what I'm doing right now is kind of pushing it down into the hole that's there. And in all the bearings that are right there, there's some holes where the bearings go. I'm just pushing it down in there, working it. You can hear some of the air coming out. Whatever is left, I'll just wipe it off or remove it. but you don't want to have too little grease, because then you'll have problems. So the more grease you can fit in there, the better. This is my first time doing this, by the way. So if you come across this video and you're a pro and you see something that I did wrong, just comment down below. I'm just a YouTube mechanic. I learn off of YouTube. So that's about how I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna try and install it. Whatever is left, I'll try and remove. So what I'm trying to do right now is find the spleens. I think it's about right there. So, clear bag, just in case I need some of that grease. I need to get my rubber mallet. Just tap this in place. I don't know if you saw that, but it popped through that seat clip. So there's some grease I'm gonna be removing. So I'm still gonna try and push it down. Now we can try and clean it off a little bit. So it's really important you don't get any grease where the boot's gonna sit. And if you do, like I did, make sure you clean it off, because otherwise you're gonna have some problems with the boot. So you could use a degreaser or some contact cleaner, whatever you have available. I have brake fluid, and I also have my favorite cleaner, degreaser, multi-purpose cleaner called Awesome. It's like the greatest solution ever. We're gonna bring this, let me straighten this. There we go. I'm also gonna clean back here. This is where the other end sits. Cool. And there's a notch there you'll feel when the boot is in place. There we go. And now we're ready to clamp. Let me prep that. So these were the tools that I bought extra, and I bought some other clamps. I just couldn't find it, so I'm gonna have to try and make this work. So this is the style of clamp. From what I read, you want this end to go the opposite from where the wheel's gonna be spinning. So this is a front one. The wheel's gonna be spinning that way. So the way we want it. Let's see. So the wheel's gonna be spinning this way. So we want to clamp to go this way like that. That way, if it gets clipped by something, it doesn't mess with the clamp itself. So, got the boot in place. I feel that by hand, that's the best it will do. Or let's see if he'll do one more. No, it won't. So from what I saw is, once you get it installed like that, all 3 teeth are in, you get this tool, you place it at the top, get a good grip here. Now we're gonna squeeze. Just a little nervous. I don't know how I feel about that. Looks like the clamp gave out on the other side. That one was a fail. So let me keep going at it with the big one, and then if I figure it out, I'll show you guys with the small one. So I got it clamped on. I did have to cut like the excess on this one. You can kind of see it there, kind of sticking out. I cut this piece out and then I cut the edges so they're not sharp. It's not the best bend. That's why you don't go cheap. I got these on Amazon. That's the what it turned out as. Doesn't look like all the other ones, but I guess we'll wait for it to fail. And let's see if I can hit it down. I don't like that it sticks up. There we go. I like that a little better. And it does seem like it clamped. And luckily, if it was to give out, I can replace this in the car. Like, I don't have to remove it. Maybe I have to remove the knuckle. I think I should have enough space to just put another clamp on. I do have some replacements, some spares, but I just can't find them. Have to look for them really good. So let's see if we can do this bottom one. probably end up. It's a little bit too large for me, for my liking, since I kind of messed the other one up. So we're gonna trim off a little bit on this one, so that it's about the same size. So we'll trim around here. Let me trim this up and then I'll show you guys how I installed it. So I trimmed it off a bit, and then the edges, I took the corners off. So this one, so I get it to buy it by hand, the furthest you can get it. So that's the furthest it can go. Honestly, I don't know how to use this tool. But I place it here and then I just tighten. There we go. So it doesn't look the prettiest, like most of them. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if it's that's the way you actually do it. But once I tap that down, it looks good. So let me remove this so you guys can get a closer look. That's the end product. That's how it looks. After I tap it down, it like goes back into place. Here's this one. But as long as they hold, you'll be just good. I think we did it. I'll keep you guys posted on one of my next videos once I do a test ride. If the clamp comes off, I'll let you guys know, and I'll re-clamp it and I'll do another video until we get it right. But for the most part, I think we did it. I think we're gonna be okay, but I'll follow up for sure if it goes wrong. So here we are, a few weeks after I recorded the actual video of the axle. I have since gone to Glamis for Halloween weekend, and then I did a day trip, and here's the boot holding on pretty strong. So it was a success. I don't know if you can tell the difference there, but this one's an OEM boot and it's kind of shiny. The rubber is like really hard. This one's more flexible and it has a different color to it. But yeah, hopefully this video helps you guys and you save some axles.